If you're a high school basketball player that's playing on an AAU team this summer, this is my 5th episode and the last in a series that I've been doing on skills that you should be showing off in your AAU games. Now, in the past 4 weeks, we've talked about showing off your positive energy, your on-court control, and your on-ball and help side defense. Well, today, we're going to talk about a skill that every coach notices in a player. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to get recruited or just trying to improve for next season, coaches notice this in players, and that skill is your shot selection. Let's jump in and discuss. Welcome back to Heart Smart Together. I'm Coach Dave. I'm here every week to help basketball players become the smart, confident players that coaches love. So we've been talking about skills to show off in your AAU games. Now, these are skills that I think you should be showing them off because to those college coaches that are sitting in the stands, to your AAU coach, to your high school coach next year, these are skills that your coach across all levels wants you to show off because it shows them that you have these skills. But these are skills that you should be making habits as well. I've been giving you some insight into what's in the mind of these college coaches that are evaluating you, because this gives you some insight into a, kind of behind the curtain of how coaches think, which helps you as a player and helps you develop as a player. Now, the skill we're talking about today, shot selection, I kind of saved one of the most important skills for last. Now, they're all important, but this is something that coaches think about on a regular basis, and they notice it in players. Unfortunately, far too few players actually focus on shot selection. They might focus on their shot, they might focus on becoming a better shooter, but one of the secrets to becoming a better shooter is having great shot selection. So I actually have been developing an online training that I'm about to release, which goes really in depth into making a habit out of being great at shot selection. Now, we're not going to go that in depth today, but I am going to give you 3 things that you can think about prior to every AAU game, kind of questions you can ask yourself that's going to help you improve on your shot selection and show off your shot selection in your AAU games. So before I get started on those 3 things, I always like to give you a free gift just for watching today. So today's no different. If you haven't already downloaded the 8 intangible skills that coaches love to see in players, I make it in a checklist form. Be sure to download it. I'll put a link in the description below, or you can simply go to hardsmarttogether.com/intangibles. I'll be sure to get you that free checklist. Now, what are these 3 questions that you can ask yourself prior to any AAU game? And these are 3 questions, let's be honest. During the flow of the game, you're not going to sit there, receive the ball, and before you take a shot, go through these in your mind, right? Because you're playing the game. But these are great questions to ask yourself prior to the game so that it's a reminder for the shots you want to take in the game, okay? It can also be used post-game to kind of review your performance during the game of, was I thinking, did I have great shot selection during the game with those thoughts I had prior to the game? So number 1, am I taking shots that I can make when I'm doing a shooting workout at least 60% of the time? At least if I'm doing a shooting workout and I'm shooting 3-pointers or elbow jumpers or baseline jumpers or mid-ranges or layups for that matter, whatever the case might be, can I make at least 6 out of 10 when nobody's guarding me, there's no pressure on me, nobody's watching, right? Can I make at least 6 out of 10? Because let me tell you, if you can't make 6 out of 10 when nobody's guarding you and when, there's no pressure, there's no college coaches in the stand, parents in the stand, fans, coach, all that, you probably shouldn't be taking that shot during the game if you can't make 6 out of 10 when you're just alone working out. Okay? So, am I taking shots that are well practiced? Okay? And that's a focus prior to the game. I want to take shots that I practice, shots that I can make consistently, right? The second question you could ask yourself prior to your game is, do I want to take open shots or contested shots? Okay? And you don't want to be one of those players that's getting double teamed and taking turnaround jumpers while it's being contested when you've got open teammates. If you're being double teamed, let me tell you something, somebody's open, right? But when you've got open teammates and you can work the ball for uncontested shots. One, they're easier to make so you look like a better shooter, but two, coaches can't stand players that force shots. So don't be that player that just needs to get your shots up so you're just shooting no matter no matter who's guarding you, how closely they're guarding you, how many players are guarding you. Don't be that player. Be the player that, maybe takes that good shot that's contested. Maybe it's still a good shot for you, but maybe it's a little contested and makes it a great shot for maybe a teammate, or maybe you get the ball back later on in that possession and you are uncontested then and can make that shot. It shows off your basketball IQ. It shows off your unselfishness. It is really good to focus on how contested the shots are that you're taking. And then the third question you can ask yourself, am I taking shots at the right time of the game? And let me tell you, all these topics we kind of go into really in depth in my complete online training on making you a better shot, making you better at shot selection. But this is one that has a lot of nuances to it, right? For instance, is the opponent, the other team, are they on a run? Are they on a 10-0 run? Should I be taking this three-pointer on the break? Is that a shot to take, even if I can make it 6 out of 10 times during practice? Even if I'm uncontested? Is it the right time to take that shot? Coaches notice that, especially college coaches. And they'll realize, man, that player has a really high basketball IQ. They know when to take the right shot. How about during the shot clock? Maybe there's a strategy that your AAU coach is employing against this other team where you guys are extending possessions and running down the shot clock. Are you taking all the shots early in the shot clock? Maybe your coach wants to. Maybe your tempo you guys are playing at is to take early shots. Okay, but are you taking these shots, whether they are uncontested and well practiced, are you taking them at the right time of the game? And like I said, this is a topic that I talk way more extensively about in my full online training, where you can make a habit out of, and we talk about what you can do to kind of accelerate making a habit out of being a great shot selector, like being great at shot selection, okay? We can't go into that detail today, but these are great things for you to start down that path. These are 3 questions to ask yourself before any AAU game, or really before any game, okay? And these are 3 things to review after a game. Did I take shots that I practice and I can make 6 out of 10 at least, right? Did I take uncontested shots that were great shots, not contested, shots that I shouldn't be taking that don't make me look good on the court? Did I take shots at the right timing of the game based on the situation that we were in? Okay? And if you can review that, maybe you find out, no, I didn't do such a great job. That's okay. Ask yourself those same questions at the beginning of the next game. And therefore, you will start getting better at your shot selection, reminding yourself, and progress in making great shot selection a habit. Now, I mentioned I'm putting together this online training. I want to get it out to you. if this is something you'd be interested in, leave a comment below and just say, yeah, interested in the online training on making great shot selection a habit. And I'll be sure to let you know when that drops and get you the link to that online training. So that's what I got for this week. Hopefully this series was really helpful in your AAU season and it helped you build some great habits and think a little differently for next season's high school season. And until next week, remember to play hard, play smart, and play together. See you next week.